Hi guys, welcome back to the Space Age. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. It has been a while since I have been making videos, but I am going to be releasing readings for you guys, and I just want to let you guys know that I have seen all of your lovely, beautiful messages and support, and I just want to say we have such a beautiful, high vibe, loving community here in the space age. And yeah, I'm gonna get into this reading. I'm gonna I'm going to mix these cards together and I'm gonna see what pops out, what wants to be heard in this moment. Okay, so we had this flip out. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm getting the message here that slow and steady wins the race, because, you know, the Knight of Pentacles deals with the earth element, and out of all of the knights, this particular knight is the one that is going to make it all the way home carrying the gold, carrying the pentacle, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is quite a powerful force. This is like this assured energy that, you know, moves. You can see the Knight of Pentacles moving through the rain, through the storms, through the lava. And he keeps an even temperament, right? Like the entire time he's just like steady, you know, so slow and steady. And what comes after, what's following this, is the Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So I'm seeing that there's a sense in this energy here that you guys might not have been feeling super stable, or I'm seeing maybe holding on to something or trying to hold on to something and feeling like you're losing your grasp. Like, look at this ball that he's holding. Like, I feel like it's like a basketball. You know when some people hold like a basketball with like one hand? And I'm seeing something about losing your grasp, or like feeling like you might have been losing your grasp or losing touch of something. And it's possibly causing you not to feel very stable, because four really deals with our stability, right? And I'm seeing that this is in reverse. And typically the Four of Pentacles upright, it has like some positive connotations in the sense that, you know, it is like, you know, it means that you're holding on to, you're looking at your checks and balances, you're keeping up with like your finances, making sure everything's in line, in order. Oh, and the Four of Swords is reversed. Yeah. So we have two reversed fours here. Okay. So I'm seeing, yeah, this is about feeling like you're unsure about your stability, like where you stand. Maybe this is anxiety energy. I'm sensing like some anxiety energy. This could deal with your finances. This could deal with your mental health. You know, honestly, sometimes, you know, astrologically, there are things just going on and we can be really sensitive to those things, and we don't even understand why we're feeling anxious or why certain things are just being brought up into our consciousness or into our physical world. And what I'm seeing here is that this Knight of Pentacles wants you to know that despite these feelings of like not feeling assured or feeling unstable or unsteady, you really are steady, right? Spider is coming up here, because I'm imagining, like, you know, with a spider, it's like, you know, there's like four legs on each side. We'll see if that comes up later, or what's making its way up in that message. But yeah, Four of Pentacles reversed is giving me like the sense that, well, let's go over what I was saying before. So there are some positive elements, like keeping, you know, balanced and keeping yourself responsible. But then there's also, when it's upright, there's also the idea of like, you know, the miser, someone who has like a lot of avarice, right? And we have these two flipping over. We have the Five of Pentacles and then the Fool reversed. Yeah, so what's coming out here for you guys, right? So I'm gonna finish what I'm saying, because I get like one thing comes out and then another one comes out, and it's like the message is like rushing its way out. But we're gonna take it slow here. Okay, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, or let's finish what I was saying about upright. So when it's upright, you know, there can be some like, you know, miserly, like Scrooge type of behavior. And like the sense that you're holding on to, you're pinching pennies, you know, you're not feeling secure with everything. So there also is an element here, right, where you might be moving out of that phase in life, because again, there's an assuredness here with the Knight of Pentacles. He's very sure about what's coming, you know? And so maybe you feel as though you're moving out of this phase of life where you aren't very sure. But then we also have like this Five of Pentacles energy, which I feel like it is addressing like finances or your, you know, your physical circumstances. It could be where you live. You know, whenever I see this Five of Pentacles from this Mystic Mondays deck, I always see like a gravestone. Okay, like something about like, you know, I see something coming to an end here, right? Like the end of like your worries, right? And I do see like that you're hesitant. You're really hesitant to trust that, and that's why we have all these reversals. But I'm getting the sense here, this is a very, this message seems to have a lot to do with like financial stability. And I'm seeing like a restlessness here with this Four of Swords, like you feeling like really overwhelmed, or like you're in over your head, right? Because, oop, I just knocked everything over. Feeling like you're in over your head, because look at her head is like upside down, right? And there are all these swords, you know, the swords energy has to do with like our mind, right? And like all these thoughts, you know, in her mind, right? Some of you guys might have been wanting to cut your hair or get yourself a trim, like a couple inches or something. That's just being thrown out there if you've been thinking about that. Maybe some like, you know, attachments going on there. I have no idea what, because I'm seeing different lengths of cuts. So some of you guys might just want to trim like some split ends, like do like a halfway, or just like a short haircut. But hair is very significant in spirituality. Like it's very significant. It's like your antenna, right? But yeah, with the Four of Swords in reverse, it's showing like a bit of restlessness, feeling like there's like some chaos within. And it's always an encouragement to, you know, again, rest. But understand that these struggles with the Five of Pentacles, right? They're coming to a close, but I'm sensing like this hesitance again, right? The Fool. There's like something you're unsure about venturing into here. Let's try to get some more clarity on that. But we start off the reading with the Knight of Pentacles, which tells me that there is a confidence, whether it's the spirit in you, around you, the higher power, there's a confidence that you're going to get to where you need to go, or you're going to secure the thing you need, like whether it's something that is happening like today or in during this week, or something you've been looking out for a long time. And I see that he's looking away here. So I feel like you might feel like this energy is not with you, but it's actually quite close to you, because I'm sensing with all of these cards, like there are 4 cards out here that are showing like anxiousness, some worry, or like feeling like things might not work out, but things are definitely going to work out for you, because the the Knight of Pentacles is like this promise that something is going to, is this the King of Pentacles? No, it's the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's the promise that he's going to take that ball to the kingdom, that pentacle to the kingdom. And it's kind of, it reminds me of like the marathon, like the story of like the marathon, and how like the first person that ran a marathon, they had like a message to deliver to the king or something. I have no idea what the story is, like all the details, but I recall like some story about like a person that like, one card, please. I want to see get some clarity on this. Okay. Okay, so we have the Lovers. This is really, really a good sign because it's showing that you are joining together with an energy or a person. There is I feel like a contract, like there's something that is meant to come in here, right? Oh, and then under the deck, we have the Star. Beautiful. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, yeah, so there's a message here that's saying that there's going to be like a union, right? This is going to be divinely put in order for you. The Lovers is saying that there's something that's being divinely put in order. And this might be a short period of anxiety for you guys right now, where you feel like, again, like free falling, right? I feel like the Four of Swords and like the Fool have like the same kind of imagery, like where she's upside down, her hair is like falling toward like downward, right? But there is going to be oh, I just saw 11:11 on the timer here. There is going to be an assured thing that comes for you, right? It's this Knight of Pentacles thing. So it's something that's already been initiated for a while now. It's already been in process for a while now. And you're just going to start seeing this thing come through for you. And I'm getting the sense here that this anxiety that you might have gotten caught up in, it feels like something you can't exactly control. Like it just took over, because I'm just seeing so many cards here saying like, there's like this undertone of feeling like insecure about, but the Four of Pentacles, right? The Four of Swords, like, you know, the Fool in reverse, I feel like these are also significant of things coming to a close. And this tombstone here, or I think it might even be that's another thing. It could also be a doorway, like steps up to a doorway, right? And you might feel like this is closed, but it's going to open itself soon. But either way, it's representing a new beginning. That's what I'm getting from this. And then we have the Lovers to end it all. And in the traditional sense of the Lovers, you see that there's an angel, right? Bringing these two people together, these two forces together. So it's like there's going to be some kind of divine, ooh, a bunch of stuff flew out of this deck. Let's grab, my chair is squeaky, by the way. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, trust here. That's the way that you're going to get through all of this anxiety. It might have just been like a recent onset of anxiety. It might have just been today. It might have been like the last few weeks, the last few months, the last few years, but trust that it's going to happen. Like there's no mistaking why you're seeing this message right now, because if you're feeling like, oh my God, is this going to happen? Again, the Knight of Pentacles is a promise. He's the one that you can depend on, right? And trust that it's happening. You might not be able to see it with your own eyes, and that's why trust is there, right? It requires you to trust something that you cannot see. Like there is something divinely guided coming into union in your life that you're going to encounter. Patience. It's no surprise that, you know, this is coming up, because, you know, I'm seeing that this is like something that when anxiety happens, there's always like this impending sense of time. Like there's like this feeling like, oh gosh, and the time seems to pass by so slowly. And there's obviously like a lot of, well, not obviously, it's actually not very obvious at all, but there's lots of Saturn energy here, right? We have like this, these corn husks, I would say, like there's harvest happening here. It's giving like fall, like when things start getting like yellow, or like there's a harvest thing going on, something that needs to be, you know, harvested, right? And Saturn, the Greek equivalent is Cronus, right? And Cronus deals with like the harvest, right? And Cronus is the Lord of time. So Saturn deals with time, right? And so, and harvest, right? The harvest, Lord of the harvest. So, and what does a harvest take? It takes like time, it takes seasons. And so what I'm seeing is that this is soon going to be harvested. You're almost there. It's been a long journey, but it's coming. It's coming into fruition. It's arriving. The doorway is just right there. There's a new reality and it's sparkling. And we had that star card under the deck. I feel like this is that energy. So things might seem kind of dull colored here, right? But you see that she's holding on. That's her ball. That's her pentacle, like the Knight of Pentacles. She's like the Knight of Pentacles, right? And she's holding onto this color here in like a field of like dullness. But she's at the precipice of an opening. She can see it. So it's time for you to see it in your mind's eye. Trust that it's going to happen. Trust that it's here. Okay? And then we also have blossoming. Okay? That's like, that's all we really need to like know here. This is the conclusion. And it's no question that it's coming over the Lover's card here, because this is what's coming into your life right now. Some of you guys might be artists, musicians. You guys might be some type of creative person. And you don't necessarily have to be the most obvious type of creative. You could be like a business person, or you could be in school. You guys might be waiting on like a grant or some money. I'm sensing a lot of you guys are wanting or waiting to receive some kind of like financial income, some kind of inheritance or something, and it's going to be arriving. And speaking of the harvest, right, and time, we have blossoming here. We have blossoming. That means something is blossoming, right? That means something is coming into fruition. We have the full moon right here, right? We have 33, master number 33. That shows me that this is something that you've invested a lot of time on. You've mastered something here. This is a virtuoso. You are a virtuoso. You've mastered something. Do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself. This is a craft that you've cultivated. This is a skill that you've cultivated for a long time, that you've gone through seasons with, that you have gone to every kingdom with. And you've gone to various places. You've gone through the hills, you've gone through the deserts, you've gone through the seas to get here. And it's coming. It's 33. Okay, I feel like that's the highest, that is the highest number numerologically for as far as like, you know, life path numbers and like breaking things down, right? Oh, she's looking at me. She's looking at me. She's looking at you. What is she saying? Hold on. I just noticed her eyes were just like on me. I've seen this card so many times, but I never noticed her like eyes are like looking right at you. Something about that just caught my eye. You know, it's like, I don't know, like sometimes when you have a dream, there's like a character in the background. Like you recall the dream and you might even record it or write it down, and you never write down that part. You write down the characters that, maybe you do, but you write down the characters that spoke to you, or you write down like things that you saw or like something eventful. But every once in a while, like in the back of your mind, something you might not even register, there's like a person in your dream that's looking at you. And I feel like that's like a spirit guide that's like watching you to see if you get it. I feel like you guys might be really involved with time. You're like, oh my gosh, like when is this happening? There's anxiety going on. And I feel like this message right here, right now, because I just saw that, it's like giving me like, there's like a spirit guide here that wants you to know. It wants to know if you get it. It wants to know, like, do you see, like it's time. And we have, it's 32 and then 33, right? It's trusting. And then there's like the final number, right? Like that final, like, numerological number, so to speak. Trust and then blossoming. Trust, patience, blossoming. I'm seeing like a spirit guide here saying, do you get it? Like just trust something's going to happen. we know. It's like it wants you to know in this moment. Like you were brought to this moment to say like, hey. And we have this Lovers again, like this, there's a divine energy here. It could be like an angel, like a spirit guide energy. And it's like, or something right from the top, right? It's like, it's saying like, hey, take a deep breath. Let's get calm here. And as I breathed that out just now, the feather in here, there's like a feather in here. Oh, I pull out the feather that moved. This is the feather that moved in my little feather jar. This feather specifically, like as I breathed out, it fanned. I didn't realize my breath was that powerful, but this feather, it's like it's striped. And this is a feather of change. When you see like a striped feather like this, that's like an angelic message about like change. There's no question. Change is afoot. You're about to enter through this portal. You're about to pass through. You're about to like give birth to this idea or this thing essentially. Like you are the thing that's about to be given birth to. You're about to make your debut here, like on the stage, like, and your talents are going to be exemplified. They're going to be seen. You're reaching like this masterful point here where it's like you are ready to be seen, ready to be heard. That music is ready to be heard fully, completely. So you might be feeling anxious about something that's trying to come through in your life, but the answer here is like, don't be. Ooh, okay. And then we have this snake card come out reversed, and it says, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. This is like a romance deck, but I'm just pulling from it because I was called to. Snake. I feel like this is telling me like, don't bother looking at what anyone else is doing. Don't bother like hearing about, you don't need to, if there are people, I understand that there might have been some setbacks along your way, right? People cause you distress. And it's not to say like if you think about what caused you distress, it's like a problem or it's gonna be whatever. It's just saying like, pour all of the love into yourself. Pour every ounce of love into you right now. Do not focus on anything else. Focus on you. Make sure that you are focusing on feeling good. You feeling good. Oh, this message just like rushed into my brain. Like, whoa. Feel good now. Like focus on feeling good this second. If you're not feeling good, focus, that's your main focus. That's your main priority. I heard get yourself that milkshake. It's like, that's so funny. Because I definitely don't like, just personally, like, I don't think we should, like when you have like something going on emotionally, I think it's actually better to just, whatever, like some people they smoke, some people they eat food, or like some people they watch TV and they try to like block out those emotions, right? And they try to quell them, and they try to make them like smaller than they are. And then it just sustains, and that can sustain for years. Like let's say you have like some kind of emotional issue, but you keep covering it up every single day by watching TV, for example. And 2 years later, that issue still persists because you didn't address it, because you're always like, you know, essentially like making it, like covering it up, right? But I'm just hearing here, like, if you're at a time right now when you're really feeling frantic, right? Feeling unsafe, or like and you guys might have just, the reason why you guys might be like holding back on like self-soothing right now is because you guys have been working on not using anything that covers up your emotions. But I'm just hearing like, do that thing, whatever it is. Maybe paint something, relax, breathe, or specifically, get that milkshake just popped into my brain. So if you happen to have just been craving a milkshake, if you weren't, then that's not for you. But it's the central message for that is do that thing, take that steaming bath, do paint your nails, do something that just makes you feel good right now. Because the thing is, our goal is to always feel as good as we can, because we generate, like, it's like some kind of, it's like a generator. Like, you are a generator, and when you generate those feel-good emotions, serendipitous things happen. That is literally the way that things work. You feel good, and like, boom, like more come. It's like the more the merrier, right? Okay, let's get another message. Let's get some more clarity on using this. I wonder if anything else wants to come from this deck. Let's see. I saw heartbroken. I just like saw a flash of heartbroken. Some of you guys might be going through a heartbreak, and that's what's going on with you. Like, you guys might have been going through, sorry, my chair is like really squeaky if you're hearing that, and I'm like adjusting my position because like my foot was falling asleep. You guys might have gone through a heartbreak recently, or like dealt, or like in the last few months, like dealt with like losing a person. And it's a transition. That's why things feel really unsafe right now. You're not with, you know, a specific, excuse me, confirmation burp. You guys might not be with a specific individual right now, or you guys might not feel supported right now, because with this trust here, it's like you can see the support, but she's like, her knees are blocking her eyes. She's really like huddled in there. She's not really seeing that she's being supported. And so, yeah, you guys might have been feeling really alone, like you don't have a support system, but this Lover's card is saying like, hey, and then we got love call, right? And this Lover's card is like saying to me, like, you guys are going to be met with the right people now. It's coming in very, very soon, or like now. It's like you're going to be met with like a new reality here, okay? With new people, new support. And this love call, it says someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So this could be someone from like the past calling you, but honestly, I'm just seeing like you guys being brought in new love because of that Lover's card. Oh, and this was like falling off the top. We have Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to the light, adapt, change, heal. Yeah, we had change coming through with that Feather card. There, it seems like you guys are just going into a new reality where you might be feeling really what's going on that's causing this anxiety is you don't feel exactly supported, or you haven't been feeling supported, and you're starting to experience that change where people are coming in and showing you. I'm seeing a blank slate. I'm seeing a blank slate. New things are coming in. I'm going to pull from this last deck. So I'm going to shuffle this. But yeah, with this Dragonfly, I'm just seeing like you guys are learning to adapt to a new environment. And you will get through this. You will get through this. And right now, just focus on making yourself feel good. Do not shame yourself for anything. Sometimes there's a season for everything, right? When you try to force yourself to like do something that you don't really want to do, it only prolongs. Sometimes it only prolongs. Sometimes you do have to force yourself to like move or do something. But yeah, showing yourself kindness. Live with compassion. Open your heart to all life forms. Be an angel with hands. I'm seeing like have some compassion for yourself. And I'm also seeing like, you know, if you have like a pet, you know, go hug your pet, or getting out into nature, or watching some cat videos, you know, or just like speaking to your angels. But this is a time of showing yourself kindness, making yourself feel as good as you can in this moment. Let me know if you want let me know if you want some show recommendations. Like you can just tell me like what kind of like or maybe some book recommendations. I know a lot of great books, lots of good fantasy, sci-fi. Let me know what kind of things you like, and I will let you know. if I have anything that comes to mind. If I don't, I'm not going to force it. I feel like this entire year I have like not been able to watch anything. I have no idea why I've just not been interested in, even though I've seen so many good things, but I have like a whole registry of like good sci-fi and fantasy for you guys to fall into if you guys just need something to like focus on feeling good. Because here's the thing, it's not about what you're doing, okay? It's not about what you're doing in a particular moment. God, the higher power, source, whatever you want to call it, your spirit, angel, do you think they're like, oh my God, she's sitting there, and or he's sitting there, they're sitting there, and they're just, you know, they're reading that book and they're not getting that work done, they're not doing this? Like, do you think they care about work? Like, other than like the great work, the divine work that you're supposed to do, it's not even work what you do. What you do isn't work. The thing that you're divinely, if you're not even divinely guided to it yet, whatever it is, it's play. It's you playing. That's what life is. You playing at your thing, right? And you're going to be brought to that unless you've already been brought to that. But do you think they care? Do you think they really care if you're sitting, or like if you sit all day and you watch TV all day, you're not being judged as like, oh my God. No. What the universe senses, it's what it's picking up on, it's how you feel, right? So if you need to do something right now, and when you make yourself do something, you're like, oh, I have to do this. Well, what are you generating? You're generating a feeling of like, oh, I have to do this to be worthy, to survive. And it's like, no, do what makes you feel good right now, especially if you're not going through a great time and you don't know exactly what to do. Just focus on feeling good. And if something calls to you, then move to that thing. Show yourself some kindness right now. Go for a nice walk. Breathe in. Breathe in that good ass prana. It's so funny. Whenever I say like breathe in, I just like have infinite water. I haven't even seen Infinite Waters in like years, but like he's like forever in my mind saying like breathe in that good ass prana. Yeah, healing. Go see some horses. If you live in a place that like has horses, go see some horses. Oh, there's a unicorn. There are unicorns here. These are unicorns. That's not even just like horse energy. It's unicorn energy. Something rare is upon you, and I don't see it yet, but I'm seeing, you see how she's holding herself? There's something called, I forgot what it's called. No. Soothe that amygdala of yours. You have to soothe your amygdala. There are some amygdala healing frequencies out there. There's one by Sapien Medicine that I love. There's, oh, I'm like seeing like floaters all of a sudden, random. Yeah, it's time for you to self-soothe right now. Heal. Get that tea and get cozy. Get really cozy right now. Feel good right now. What's it called? It's like okay, I'll just show you the motion. It's like you rub your hands like this, and it produces like delta waves, and then you can rub your hands like from your shoulders to your elbows and like caress yourself. Okay, and then like gently caress your face, and that produces like delta waves that calm your body down. It's important to do things at this time to make yourself feel really good. Let's see if anything else comes out. Yeah. Okay, so these are the last two cards that are coming through. Let's see what's under the deck actually too. Aw, good thing I checked under the deck, but I'll show you guys in a second. We had these pop out. We had nature. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, to remember who you are and where you want to be. Go out there, guys. Go out there. Get some fresh air. And we have pilgrimage. You are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. Yeah, that's like the Knight of Pentacles where we started. It's a journey. And let me let you in on a little secret. You're almost there. You can see the portal, you can see the tunnel, you can see the way. It's coming to a close. You're moving into the next phase of your life, so just trust it. And you know why? I'll just leave it right there. We have under this deck right here. Ooh. Under this deck right here is manifest. I can't even hold this whole deck up. Manifestation, right? Your dreams have untold energy. Open the door and let them live. Desire and belief are your power. Open the door. Yeah, I see a door opening. There's a door that's opened here. Just trust it. 2023, if you're watching this in 2020, it's timeless, but if you're watching this in 2023, it is really a time when things are just coming into reality. Dreams are becoming realities here, okay? It's really that time. She's really that girl. She's really it. And it's really time to trust and just make yourself feel good in this moment. There's nothing more you have to do. You've done the work. You've spent many seasons on this. We have this dragon here. The dragon is ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom meeting rare opportunity with this. It's not even just a unicorn. It's a unicorn with wings. It's a Pegasus unicorn. Look at my baby here. Look at it. It's a Pegasus unicorn. Oh my God. That's like a brilliant sign here. Amazing. So yeah, this is a time for you to rest. You don't have to do anything else right now. Just rest. Okay? You just need to breathe, rest, relax. Let it come to you now. Let it come to you now. That's what your guides are saying. Let it come to you now. All you need to you need to just go on your pilgrimage, get in nature, heal, show yourself kindness. None of this says take action right now. This says take a rest, okay? So, wow. Thank you so much for that message. And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys and have a wonderful present moment, day, week, year, lifetime. Bye-bye.